Hello, Leo, and welcome to February 1st to the 15th of 2021. Of your overall energy reading for February 1st to the 15th of 2021. I'm going to clean the cards clear the air with some sage. There we go. Some good energy here. Okay. Now, so Leo, welcome. This is the 5-card tarot card overall energy reading for this time period, as I said. If you'd like more information about the 5-card, please see the description below. There's a little bit more detail down there about what the 5-card reading is and what each card does. Keep in mind, Leo, this is a general reading for the overall larger collective and is intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with all Leos, and that's totally okay. Take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I've already shuffled the cards, and the cards that are listed here were ejected on their own during the shuffle. Keep in mind, the first card here represents the overall past influences. The second card here represents your present energy during this time frame. The third card here represents your overall energies for future things that are occurring or on the cusp during this time frame. The fourth card here represents your overall energy for challenges. Keep in mind that challenges do not mean anything negative. Could be information, but in most cases you're presented options and choices, and for you to make based on your own free will. And the fifth card here represents your outcomes of energies for this time period. So let's get started here. And our first card here, we have the Ace of Swords here in our past influences. The past influences are going to be anything between last 30 days to 60 days to back to 6 months, basically. It's overall energy for the collective of Scorpios. Angels and spirit guides, please help us understand for why the Ace of Swords is in the past influences during this reading for our Leos, please. I'm picking up for many Leos, the Ace of Swords was in your past influences. Many Leos were seeing and feeling that there was encouragement. Many Leos were in sort of an expansive mode with their mind and thinking in different ways. Many Leos were open to embracing new ideas, in some cases craving stimulation, and even looking for another opportunity to learn something that was new. I am picking up the energy that the Leos were thriving, sort of for new ideas and inspiration and even original thinking, and we're looking for a newer vision. And there was an excitement to sort of pursue new opportunities that you might be able to, draw upon your own creative and intellectual abilities. With the Ace of Swords here in your past influences, for many Leos, it was an excellent time for many Leos to start a new project, and it's particularly one that relied upon your intellect and communication skills and your mental powers. There was a feeling for many Leos of being inspired, and some may have taken classes, a writing class, or public speaking skills, or got involved in some sort of activity that required a little bit more brain power than in the past. The Ace of Swords in the past influences, it was affecting the overall collective of Leos because it brought in a new energy of intellectual realm, and it went back to encouraging Leos to have a new way of thinking and perhaps even view the world with a different sort of perspective than you might have in the past. And it was, it may have brought about some sort of realization or even a better conscious understanding about an issue that might have been troubling you. And if it was, then you might have been able to see the path ahead and be able to get through that. It was encouraging Leos to meditate regularly to clear the way for, of any sort of mental chatter, and to make the most of this intellectual potential. Keep in mind that the laws of attraction are also very critical and important. And I'm picking up that many Leos were looking into that as well. So with this card in your past influences, it was an excellent time uh, for starting something new, whatever it may have been. Um, you know, as an ace, and the ace of tarot, aces and tarot cards basically are about new beginnings and new journeys. And what I'm picking up was that there was this major sense of energy building and buildup that was going on in the past few months here for many Leos. And if you, Leo, were channeling this energy in the right sort of areas of your life, that particularly where you could exceed at your highest level, um, you were going to be able to do it. However, for me, it didn't mean that the road wasn't going to be bumpy or that you weren't going to expect challenges. It wasn't a free ride. Um, it just meant that you had an opportunity to get through all those things and learn from those bumpy roads and learn from those challenges that you might have anticipated. Um, but it was important to maintain that success as a mindset and navigate through those hurdles. Keep in mind, Leos, as with all the swords cards, the Ace of Swords represents power. But the sword is a double-edged blade here, as you can see, and it could, understanding that a sword can sort of create and destroy. So for Leos, this message is clear, and it was very important that Leos understood this, under this power that they had in this new energy, is that it comes with a sense of responsibility. And for many Leos, it was important that you leverage that opportunity for the greater good of all, rather than for any sort of selfish and aggressive power. Um, Many Leos were, called upon to use their heart and their mind and determine how to best use this sort of higher energy power for the service of others, whether it was family or work related or friends. Um, the Ace of Swords encouraged many Leos to sort of pursue a truth of a matter and to find some sort of justice. And some of you may have even, championed a cause and to help to stand up for rights of others, or whatever it may have been, or some sort of cause. And again, it ties into that sort of new idea that you may have had, and if you, brought it forward, you may have had to fight for it and to stand by it, and show it through truth and conviction. And you would have been successful. And for some, I'm not picking up if this was achieved or not. It could still be going on, but that's the overall energy of that you had this major energy burst. In our present energy, we have the Queen of Swords. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Queen of Swords in the upright position is here for our Leos, please, in the present. Well, very similar to the Ace of Swords of the New Beginnings, right now, the Queen of Swords here I'm picking up for many Leos is that you're trying and having or wanting to be the truth seeker. There's whatever the situation is, you're open to hearing thoughts and opinions of others, and you're wanting to sort of filter through that information to decipher what's true and not. So whatever some sort of decision is, or idea, or incident, or something that's going on, whether it's work related or friend related or personal, it's important that you interact with others, that you're not going to tolerate the mistruths of any sort of excessive BS, basically. This is going to want you to get to the heart of the matter without engaging in a lot of gossip and chit-chat. You want to be productive with this, and you want to be fair, and you want to have that energy with it. The Queen of Swords here, Leos, is about mental clarity and intellectual power, and that ties into most of the suit of swords in the tarot. And there's a maturity and receptiveness with the Queen of Swords. So for many Leos right now in your present energy, you're sort of exhibiting this gift of being able to use your intellect and unbiased judgment while remaining flexible, and you want to be open to input from other sources. You're going to be a leader in many cases. but it's going to encourage you to lead from your head and not necessarily from your heart, but find the combination of both in order to basically make the right decision. And you don't want to use the influence of emotions or sentimentality. This is about just justice and right and wrong and fairness and equality. So you can still demonstrate empathy and compassion, but don't let it distract you from the task that you have here about whatever it is that you want to decide that has to do with fair and right, because that's the key here. Um, right now, your present energy for many Leos is that you're going to experience this innate ability to tell it like it is, and that's typically for many Leos in the general. However, you're going to exhibit a little bit more energy where you become the quicker thinker, and you're going to be more highly perceptive. You're going to sort of clear out noise and confusion, and it's important for you right now to get to the point of whatever the matter is. And again, you can do that with compassion and empathy, but the key here you're feeling is you don't want to beat the bush, so to speak, and you just want to be upfront, and you want to be upfront and honest in your views, and you're expecting that others will do the same, and for this reason many people are going to respect your opinion and even come to you for advice when they need clarity on something. So right now Leo, you're already sort of an independent and resilient person as it is, but this is going to encourage you to make sure that you have clear boundaries, and you want to be quick to if you're and you're probably going to be very quick to call somebody out who crosses them, but again, don't do it in a threatening or a violent or a negative sort of way. This is calling upon you to do it with fairness and justice and empathy and compassion. That's the key here. So don't set others up in front, to be mistreated. You're going to find that some people might be intimidated by you, Leo, because you may present sort of a tough exterior and perhaps in dealing with the past. But this time is going to be different. This time you want to give that sense of trust and respect. And you want to do it with your softer side and your fair side, and people will follow you, and they will respect that, and whatever this decision is that you're being faced with. In our future energies, we have the Seven of Cups here. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand why the Seven of Cups is here in our future energies during this time period for Leos, please. Well, interesting. Well, the Seven of Cups here, Leo, is about new opportunities and choices, and deciphering what is real and what is illusion. The Seven of Cups, is coming up in your future sort of energies here, is because you might be presented with many options or opportunities about choosing something, and this is basically asking you to be mindful and to be careful. You don't want to respond to great ideas that are unrealistic and maybe perhaps have more of an illusion. It is encouraging you that don't make quick decisions. If something's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. So rely upon your intuition and your judgment. In some cases, Leo, your ego may want to pull you in a specific direction, and that's fine. However, it's important that you check with your higher self first, your intuition. Evaluate all your options and dig below the surface before you make a decision on anything that you're being presented with, and make sure you understand what's involved with each choice. The Seven of Cups, for many Leos, is a sign of wishful thinking, and often it represents projecting things into the future about what you would like to create. You might be thinking of how you're going to be able to take action to get from your present situation to where you want to be in your future. So this comes into from anything, whether you want to get in better health, you want to quit smoking, you want to drink more water, you want to exercise more, you want to spend more time with your dog. It doesn't matter. But this is about wanting to get something better and fulfilled. And 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 but I'm picking up in some cases that some might not be ready for the work that goes into it. So you have to sort of if you're wishing for this to happen, I guess what I'm picking up here is I'm picking up that many Leos are sort of wishing it to happen, but they're not putting in the work. That's what I'm picking up here. So we know the old saying, wishes don't do the dishes. If you're wishing for these changes to take place, Leo, they're not going to happen in wishing. You're going to have to put the work into it, and you're going to have to choose an idea, at least one option that works for you, and make it happen. So in some cases, if your idea is not grounded in reality, Leo, perhaps it might sound fabulous in your imagination, but when it comes to implementing something, you might realize that it's not going to work in your own real world. So if that's the case, the Seven of Cups here is going to be a sign of sort of understanding what the big picture is, what the next big thing is, and it's going to encourage you to sort through many new opportunities and look at the one that's best for you, and how does it serve your inner and your higher self is really the key here. This card here, the Seven of Cups in your future energies, is going to invite you, Leos, to move out of the ideas phase and options phase and make a decision. So understand that each of your decisions is going to have a pro or con, but it's up to you to make sure that the option that you're going to select is going to be in alignment with your purpose and, again, your highest good. So you can get out of the feeling paralyzed position. You just now need to make a choice and feel good about that choice, and you will be fine. In our fourth card of challenges, we have the Princess of Pentacles. This is also known as the Page, and many other tarot cards. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Page or Princess of Pentacles is in the challenges during this time for Leo, please. Well, Leo, we know the Page of Pentacles, like all pages in the tarot suit, this is usually about bringing some sort of message and typically a new beginning. It can be a message of inspiration, and it could start sort of in the initial stages of some sort of creative project or venture that you might be interested in. We know that the Pentacles, it typically in tarot cards, rules the material realm, and it corresponds with the element of Earth. And in this case, the Page or Princess of the Pentacles is symbolizing an awareness for you to have a value of money, and the awareness of wealth and possessions and career, and even your physical health. And it's going to encourage you to look at ways to manifest more of these material blessings for you. It's a welcome opportunity for you, Leo, to sort of modify and better your material life. It could be from a new job, a new business, or financial windfall. And it's encouraging you sort of to look at the broader picture and discover how you can turn your dreams into reality. With the Princess or Page of Pentacles, it's encouraging you right now to tap into your ability to manifest that goal. And it ties into these other cards here about putting, stop being on the fence. You need to make a decision. So this is about, feeling excited and of the possibilities and the potential of what's on your mind, and knowing that you can create whatever you want with focused attention and action, and that's your challenge. You can create it if you are focused and you have intention and feel good about it. The Page does not necessarily fulfill the dreams as much as the initial motivation and energy. So, again, it's up to you to turn those dreams into reality, and that's what your challenge is. So to help you with this card basically is encouraging you to put those plans and ideas on paper and map them out and find out what's practical and what's tangible. It's important to keep your feet grounded, and not get carried away with anything that's too grandiose. But it's encouraging you to look realistic in what's achievable for your next step, and to use common sense and a pragmatic approach. And if you do that, you're going to find a solution that's going to work for you to move ahead and enjoy that process while you're doing this. This is really about the time to materialize your dreams. So the Page or Princess of Pentacles is really an avid student that seeks to learn new skills, and really comes with it success in the long term. So with this card appearing here in your challenges, this is basically encouraging you that when you're ready to move forward, you can manifest your dreams, Leo. So see this card as an invitation to take a class, to continue education, to start on an apprenticeship, to start something, or whatever you need to do to work on something that if you need more information to do it. The Page or Princess of Pentacles is encouraging you to try something new and discover that aspect of yourself. And keep in mind, Leo, the more skills you bring to your portfolio, the more goals and dreams that you're going to achieve. So again, the Page of Pentacles here is helping you that if you're considering a business or an entrepreneurial venture, you're just got to set it up. You have the enthusiasm and you have the commitment and you're devoted. This is going to see you through this, but your choice is you just have to go forward with it and get off the fence. And in our fifth card, we have the King of Swords here. This is for our outcomes during this time period. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the King of Swords here is in our outcomes for Leo during this time frame, please. Well, we know, Leo, the King of Swords symbolizes intellectual power and authority. He stands for courage, the ability to show courage and intellect, and achieves whatever he desires. With this card, coming in your outcomes of the tarot reading, it's basically saying for many Leos that you are your own power. You are in a place of ruling, of authority, and of respect. So if you stand firm to your truth and express yourself with deep conviction, Leo, as a result, others are going to pay attention to you, and this sort of ties into the earlier card here. So the King of Swords here, for many Leos, is indicating that you will have, and you do have, the capability of having clarity of mind, and that you can pursue your own truth. So it's up to you to take the lead in providing that objective point of view and making decisions based on impartial judgment. And it ties in again back here in your previous card here. You're going to be able to use these skills, Leo, that again are masterful. You're going to, keeping your emotions in check is going to be important, and you're going to draw upon again more of your intellectual power and mental clarity to ascertain the truth. You're going to be more straightforward, as you were in this earlier card here, and you want to get to the heart of the matter, but you need to do it again with empathy and with calmness. And that's key, and people are going to listen to you. The King of Swords here encourages you, Leo, to use your logic and intellect to navigate that path. Understanding that you're going to have to be firm, and you're going to have to also research your decisions, and especially be fair in your dealings with others. This is going to be crucial, but you're going to find that you're going to be able to take any situation and look at it with total impartiality, and you're going to really come to decisions, even if they're personal decisions, that are balanced and insightful. In other cases, I'm picking up for Leo, the King of Swords represents a professional advisor, like an attorney or a financial advisor or even a consultant. Typically this person has a vast, solid reputation and amount of knowledge in this particular field. And again, if you're in this field, they show impartiality, and they draw upon their experience and their innate understanding of sort of the rules and systems and structures, and they give well-researched advice. You may not do this professionally, but it could be what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't have to be in a professional sense. It could be in a consultative manner to a friend or a family member, but the skills and the way you're going about it is still the same. Fairness, and they're going to seek guidance to you, and again, if you find people seeking you out, you're going to find yourself giving good ideas. So this is um, looking for, not only if you need smart advice to seek it out, but in many cases some others may seek out you for smart advice, whether it's professional or personal, but you're going to be able to do it in an unbiased way and in a fair way, and that's a good sign there. So that's good. So Leos, there you have it. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. As I've said before, and I'm sorry to be a broken record, but YouTube algorithms are very important, and in order to market my channel, for YouTube to do such, they rely on some algorithms, what I call the big three, and it's crucial to hit the subscribe button. It's not going to cost you anything. You won't be bombarded with junk mail. You probably won't even notice, but that's crucial. Like the video is crucial. It's important to get through at least 10 to 12 minutes of the video. That's another algorithm. It's important to share a comment. If anything resonated with you, I would love to hear it. Please say something. If it didn't resonate with you, or any part of this doesn't resonate with you, it's totally understand. Let it go, because this is a general reading for the overall larger collective of Leos. But if you can please, what I call big three, click subscribe to the channel, click like the video, click the notification buttons. All those are all important, and I would really appreciate your support. If you've already done those things, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you, and I really appreciate your support in doing such. So again, thank you so much, Leo. Feel free to leave a comment if you felt any part of the reading was applicable, and again, if it doesn't resonate, it's understandable, and we let it go. So we hope you have a wonderful February 1st to the 15th, and have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day, Leo, and enjoy. So take care.